Thank you very much. A lot of great things happening right here locally. Well, how many of you watched the finals last week in the NBA?
Wow.
Well, I know San Antonio was knocked out. That was our closest team to root for, I guess. But anyway, it was a great series all the way through if you watched any of it. So anyway, we will now have our own professional basketball team. And here to tell us a little bit about that, besides the Rockets, of course, is Kevin Williams with the Lake Houston Xperience.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you to the Bizcom for having us. We're going to make this real quick since we're pressed up against time. The first thing I'd like to do is just congratulate the people that helped me bring this basketball team to the area. This wasn't a Kevin Williams project or Darnell Scott, who's my general manager. There's a lot of people that's in this room right now that helped bring this project together, and I want to pretty much welcome them. If it wasn't for Ms. Jerry Bankston and Mr. Charlie Drumble, this team wouldn't be here right now. Go to church to Grace Humble with Ms. Jerry, and they was always telling me about this sweet little lady that was always friendly when you go in the Chamber of Commerce. So the first time I went there, she was the first person I talked to in the chamber. She told me about the great area we had here and the Humble and Kingwood area and how basketball is big here. By talking to Mr. Charlie in his office, he was like, "Why don't you name the team Lake Houston Xperience?" And I was like, "Sounds like a good name." So I went with that. And ever since then, they've helped me out with everything, from introducing me to people in the community, helping build the basketball brand we're trying to have in the area for professional basketball. And before I get into my spiel about what we have going on, I want to also send my congratulations to Sam Stray, who is my guy who's going to be putting our games on TV next season. The first time I ever met Michael Kelly, with This is the Tassacita and This is Kingwood, wrote an article about the team before I even met him. So I just want to thank you for that also, for helping out. Our biggest not-for-profit right now, Ms. Janet Hayes and Will's Kids, shows a lot of support, helped me out with anything. I can email her at midnight and she'll email me back. So I want to thank you. And also Dr. Pearson for allowing us to play our home games at Lone Star Kingwood. I really appreciate that also. So that's just a lot of people in the area that's here right now that I haven't, and also Officer Peters. I remember I went to him and said, "Hey, can you help us out with some things?" He's like, "Whatever you need, you let me know." So he took some time out of fighting crime to help us out. So I appreciate that also. But that's just people. The name of Lake Houston Xperience is the basketball team, but really it's the community. The community is the Lake Houston Xperience. Whenever we have teams flying in, and a little bit about the American Basketball League, it's a brand new professional basketball league. We're the first professional basketball league to ever have international teams that we'll be playing against. So you will be seeing teams next season from Norway, from Finland, from Sweden, from France, from Germany, from Portugal. That'll be flying in and playing home games against us. So that brings hotel stays to the community. That brings restaurants that's going to benefit from these teams eating. We had a couple of scouts from Sweden came in 2 weeks ago, and we took them around in limousines, showed them around the area, took them to Kingwood, took them through Humble, and they were really impressed. They were so impressed that in 2014, the Lake Houston area will host the first ABL All-Star game and ABL Championship Series, which we're hoping to bring about 20,000 people to this community. That's going to definitely impact. Pretty much we're a double-A professional basketball organization. If you're familiar with basketball, you have the NBA, then you have the NBA Developmental League, and then you have the American Basketball League. So if you're familiar with baseball, we're double-A. Our players get paid to play basketball, an average of between $1,000 a month to $5,000 a month to play professional. Our goal with the Lake Houston Xperience is to get our guys internationally, get our guys to the NBA. A lot of our guys that play college basketball and either fell short of NBA goals, or they went to play overseas and now they're back home and either they have families and they just don't want to go back overseas, they're trying to get back over there. Well, our job is to help them get back overseas and get into the D League. Everything we'll be doing in the community pretty much with helping out the kids in the community. We already have started up a Big Brother, Little Brother program with Humble ISD where our players will be mentors to the elementary, middle school, and high school kids. Our dance team will have their own dance camps to help girls in the area that wants to improve dance team. Latricia Maddox could not be here today, but she's our dance team coordinator. She danced for the Houston Rockets and danced for the Houston Dynamo, so she'll be helping out a lot. Our general manager, Darnell Scott, is pretty much one of the top sports agents in the United States. So his sports agency will be helping a lot of our guys get to the next level. So I'm definitely Happy to have you on board. Any kind of emails that everybody's been getting with, a lot of people get a lot of emails about the Lake Houston Experience. A lot of those emails are coming from Darnell Scott. So we don't have your business card. We haven't went to your website yet. Trust me, you will be getting emails soon about the basketball team. When it comes down to supporting not-for-profits, every one of our home games, we have 12 home games. Every game will feature 3 not-for-profits. We help not-for-profits raise money for whatever they're trying to do. So 30% of all game proceeds go to our not-for-profits. 20% of our proceeds go back to Humboldt ISD. We're also having a back-to-school fundraising game on August the 4th that we're going to be putting on at Atascocita High School. And two scholarships will be given away to 1 female and 1 male at Lone Star College that will pay their tuition for the whole semester. So Dr. Pearson helped us out with that, so that's why I want to congratulate you on that. So not only are we helping the elementary schools, middle school, and high school, there's a lot of students that can't afford to go to college. Well, Lake Houston Xperience is here to put on exhibition games so we can at least send 4 to 5 kids to college every single semester off of us. So that's just a couple of the things we have going on. The American Basketball League has teams in Florida and teams in Texas this first season. The international teams, we will fly to Florida. We're actually going to Sweden in September for a 10-day tour with our basketball team to pretty much spread the ABL brand. Our owner of the league is Steve Haney, who is Magic Johnson's former attorney. Tony Parker Sr., if you watch the San Antonio Spurs, who is Tony Parker Jr.'s dad, is over the FIBA Federation overseas, so he's our executive vice president. So we have Magic Johnson's a part of our board of governors. Dominique Wilkins is a part of our board of governors. So we have a lot of former NBA players that's on board this project. Pretty much we're looking for the community just support. You know, come out to a game, send somebody an email, let them know about the basketball team. If you guys need anything, any volunteer services, our guys are required to do 20 hours of community service a month. So if you ever need any kind of community service, we're definitely here for that. Also our dance team. If you ever need us to come to the schools or do any kind of cleanup projects, that's what we're here for. We're a community-based team, and the Lake Houston Xperience is going to be a good basketball thing for the community, for the schools, for us as a basketball team. And that's pretty much my spiel. Does anybody have any questions about the basketball team? And what we're here, what we're going to be doing? Yes, sir.
How do you get your players? Draft or
We try to keep our players between the age of 23 years old and 30 years old. So pretty much these guys that either came out of college, went to an NBA training camp, didn't make it to an NBA roster, so they come start off with us. Our job then is to get them video, to get them salaries, and try to get them onto NBA rosters. Where Darnell is taking care of the D-League side, I'm taking care of the international side. So that's how we pick our players. We'll be having a big trial in September, October, and November. Our season runs from January to May. It's a 5-month season. January 19th to May the 4th. After that, we'll go into our summer training programs with the kids. We do free youth camps for the kids. So anytime, I know a lot of people probably here have kids, you can send them our way and we'll train your kids for free.
To kind of touch bases off what Kevin just said, the thing that's different from the Houston Xperience and the ABL from any other kind of minor league system is we're going to be a two-way farm system. The first way is I'm working with the NBA D-League teams. We're going to be a farm system for those teams. You know, they're looking for players. They get players that go up to the NBA. They have to fill their roster spots. So they call myself, any other team in the ABL. Hey, you know, I need a 6'10" forward. I need a 7-foot center. What can you get me? That's the first farm system. The second one is the international. There's a lot of NBA, or a lot of basketball minor league leagues in the state of Texas and throughout the U.S. And the thing that's going to separate the Houston Xperience and the ABL from those leagues are A, community involvement, and B, just branding out to different international teams, international leagues. I can't tell you the number of teams that I see fold in the state of Texas every year, and it disappoints me because basketball is such an international sport that anybody can play. And let's be honest, not everybody's going to go to the NBA. That's just the way it is. But you have a lot of talent that never gets seen. So the ABL and the Houston Xperience, Lake Houston Xperience, is here to create that avenue for these players to be able to get their talent seen, and also creating jobs. You know, as a general manager, we're going to be doing an internship program, marketing positions, broadcasting, journalism, just creating another avenue to allow individuals to show their talent.
And we've already worked out a deal with Lone Star College in Atascocita and Lone Star College in Kingwood to work strictly with their students. We like to keep our businesses. We like to get sponsorships from local businesses. We like to help out local not-for-profits, and we like to help out the local colleges. So all of our internship programs will come from Lone Star College, the Kingwood, Atascocita. The good thing about this, our basketball team is There's never been a professional basketball team in this area, but we know from the high schools, from Humble and Kingwood, Atascocita, Summer Creek, that it's a big basketball area. The professional basketball team is pretty much bringing the Humble area and the Kingwood area together. I know it's a rivalry in the high schools, but the Lake Houston Xperience is the connecting force. Because some high school students right now will be playing on our basketball team in 4 to 5 years and be getting paid a salary, which creates the jobs. For the first time ever having teams from Norway come in, you're going to have teams out here from Norway. You're going to have scouts coming in from all over the country. We know for our trial, we have 3 scouts come from China that's going to be here. And with these people staying in our communities, we're going to have to sign up with a partnership with Coach USA off of 59, that they will pick these people up from the airport and take them over a tour of the Lake Houston area every time they come in. So these people will be looking at the neighborhoods. They will be looking at our businesses. They will be looking at our schools. And we want them to go back to their country and say that Lake Houston took care of them when they came out here. And that's where all you guys come in at. So if anybody doesn't have any questions, that's our spiel. We'll be staying in contact with everybody about developments from tryouts to when we pick our basketball team to when the season starts. And we hope to see you guys at the games. Thank you.